So it looks like we found some really big secrets for Rainbow Friends Chapter 3. And it was right under our nose the whole time. So I did a video the other day about the old man and who this character is in Rainbow Friends and our first impressions, and I did let you know that I would be deep diving into the lore of exactly who this old man is and if he is indeed Trenton. But the evidence I've compiled today is really going to shock you. But if you are looking forward to Rainbow Friends Chapter 3 and also more in the story, don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe. And of course, if you want to stay up to date with any Rainbow Friends Chapter 2, Chapter 3 news, again, subscribing will really help you out with that so you don't miss out when it will be coming out. And for sure, we will be getting a Chapter 3 because Roy and Charcoal tweeted this out and says, "Thank you all for such a crazy Chapter 2 launch. We can't wait to show you more of the Rainbow Friends world. What's your favorite part from Chapter 2? So I'm not going to touch too much on the Uncle Bob if the old man is indeed the character from Spider, but however, it turns out there are a lot of links between the games Roy and Charcoal has made, and I mean so far to the line that we have met Trenton and we can ask him questions, and he's in jail. But before we get to Trenton being in jail and what I'm exactly talking about, let's first start out with Chapter 1. So Chapter 1 in Rainbow Friends, we have two pictures on the wall. We have Oswald D. Davis and we have Trenton. Now, it turns out that the Trenton actual picture, there is a huge Easter egg secret in it. If you look through the glass, you will see Trenton in glasses and somewhat like a hat with like a purple ribbon on the top. Now, everyone is thinking this is red, but I don't think it is. I do believe that this is the old man, and check this out. We actually found this in Spider. So look at this. This is an actual character that is the secret picture in Rainbow Friends. So why would they put this in another game, Spider? Which this is the secret picture of Trenton. It's literally here as a 2x Game Pass. I mean, look at that picture. So when I saw that, I realized, okay, this is very interesting that we see this secret picture in Rainbow Friends Chapter 1 and we see the same face in Spider. Now let's just say that this old character is not Uncle Bob, and we're just gonna say that, okay, this old character is Trenton. Now, we're going to be talking about 3 games in particular. We're going to be talking about Rainbow Friends, we're going to be talking about Spider as we just mentioned, and there's one more game where we get to actually see Trenton in jail. Now, I was very shocked about this, and this is the game Redwood Prison. Now, this was also made by one of the creators of Rainbow Friends, and they have games that sort of link the stories. So I'm curious to know if all these games are within the same universe and use some of the same characters, and if they're linked at all. But in this game, you're able to ask Trenton exactly like, who are you? You know, can you help him? Now, if you ask Trenton, like, who are you? Trenton goes and says, I'm Trenton, but you can call me T-Bird. I love the bass. And he goes on to say that I got arrested for rocking out too hard. I just can't help it though. I love music. Isn't that quite interesting that there's a lot of nice, awesome rock music at the end of Rainbow Friends? Okay, that's besides the point. But look, we've literally found Trenton in 3 games. Now let's take this old man for an example. Now he has the same exact face as Trenton in the picture in Rainbow Friends and is also wearing glasses just like Trenton. And not to mention, his cutscenes in Rainbow Friends Chapter 2 were so suspicious. I mean, how did he know every single thing about the chapter when he was just like acting like he was new to it? I mean, at first there's like a weird pause when he talks about the SOS light, and then he comes out and he's like, oh yeah, there is an SOS light, and then he goes on to like, wait, was that blue? And it's like, how did he actually know all of this? And even at the very end, how is he able to program the minecarts if he knew nothing about Rainbow Friends? So this old man is smart, and I don't think we can actually trust him, if I'm honest. And we also know that Red didn't want to harm him for some reason. Although he said the old man would die, he literally let off fireworks and didn't do anything to the old man. So Red could very well be Oswald D. Davis or Oh, looky. But is this bigger than what we think? Are these all actually connected? And if so, how would it actually connect? Well, I do believe, and we've actually heard this theory as well from some of you all, is that there was possibly a time machine. It says this is where the Rainbow Friends were created. This machine in chapter 1. What if this was a time machine, and who we're actually looking at is actually Trenton from the future? But then again, we don't know the exact timeline or how much time has gone past. It's very, very interesting. And I even had this odd theory, oddly enough, is that the person that flipped the sign Oddworld, what if, let's just think, what if that wasn't Red, but it was the old man? But there's a lot to think about, but you all came up with some amazing theories, so let's check them out. Zimram Allen says, Big B, if you see this, please show this in the new video. My theory is that I honestly don't think that Uncle Bob is the old man, because Spider was made first, but now in chapter 1, he's a kid? To be honest, I also don't think that the old man will betray us, but I think Red will have something to do with this because Red might have tried to kill the old man. That's why in the ending of chapter 2, he's not there. In the ending, but I think he killed Blue and cut his eye out with the scissors, but he got trapped and Cyan killed him. I also think that Trenton is the old man's son. Ooh, which he had a birthday party, but something bad happened, and that's why the business was empty and got mad, so they tried to kill us, and that's why we are in this place, chapter 1. That's a great theory. Brawl says, theory, the ending cutscene is probably suggesting that Oddworld isn't abandoned, but maybe just closed at the time. The rides work, so it makes sense. I think Red means there is going to be a meet and greet with the Rainbow Friends. The light show is probably going to show with lights with all the Rainbow Friends, which is why Red is worried about them being late. Rainbow Friends may seem like they're gonna oof the guest, but Red doesn't want to expose the secret about the Rainbow Friends. It seems like Red can control the Rainbow Friends with his words, like Simon says, except Red is Simon. The Rainbow Friends are doing what Simon says, and Red doesn't have to say Simon says. It would make sense because Red is their creator and they don't attack him throughout the whole game. The reason the Rainbow Friends attacked us when they first saw us is because no one goes to Hemlock Woods anymore and would never find us. In chapter 1, Red wanted to help him, but now we know too much. He wants to get rid of us. We can see the machine on night 3 in Rainbow Friends chapter 1. There's a body that has been taken apart next to where he put the fuses. Maybe the person inside the machine has found out too much and Red is now using their body for experiments. Sorry if this was long, it was my first thing that came to mind. That was awesome, Brawl. Gamer Racing says, I have a huge theory. Honestly, the forest in Spider when Uncle Bob dies kinda seems like the forest we walked through in chapter 1. Uncle Bob is the old man's nickname. His real name is Trenton. Red stepped outside of the Rainbow Friends and somehow brought him back to life because Red literally created living creatures and is amazing at science. Red told Trenton to go and try to break into Oddworld while we were being chased down by Blue. Red took all the Rainbow Friends to Oddworld. Once we passed Blue, he got Blue and prepared his evil plan. You see, Red was never a fan of Trenton, so it was his opportunity to strike. What he didn't know, we were also at Oddworld. Trenton let us go explore beside himself because he had gotten used to Red Evil's schemes. Once he said Blue, he quickly realized he had fallen into Red's scheme. He knew he was going to drop more Rainbow Friends in one by one, so he wanted us to get out in a hurry. Gaming Kappa says, my question is, how did the old man who guided us navigate us to escape routes and know so much about the big lookie? Has he been there? And Droid replies, the old man is Trenton, and that's how he knows so much. Jake Trap 1983 says, so my theory is that the old man is one of the founders of the Oddworld, being Trenton, the co-founder, because of the body shape and glasses. I think we will see pink and purple in chapter 3 as well. I also think blue will be absent in chapter 3 because of the ending we got in chapter 2. I can very well agree with that a lot. Slay X Bunny Girl says, I love this dude's dedication and consistent posting. It's what gives him his subs. His dedication and care for the videos. That wasn't a prediction, but I really appreciate that a lot, so thank you. Adam says, the old man is actually Trenton. If it was Uncle Bob, then he would have recognized you. Also, he has glasses. That's very true. Old Boy Gaming says, theory, Uncle Bob actually survived and ditched the player, aka us, and his real name was Bob Trenton. The reason why he's trying to break into our world is because he's trying to meet with Red, because why would Red not bomb Bob Trenton? And this also the reason why Bob Trenton stayed in the final act of Rainbow Friends. I know this theory doesn't make sense. It makes sense. I mean, why would he stay back? Nick Hargett says, hey BigB, I have a really cool theory for chapter 3. I think that since the lookies can float and they are going to the surface, they will pop up in the river and streams. Because they are so cute, people will keep them as pets and lookies will stick to people's heads and turn them into rainbow friends. Also, I think Blue is dead and the old man killed him. I think the old man was Uncle Bob from Spider, who changed to Bob instead of Trenton before going insane. When he died in Spider, I think Red found him and restored him, so they are working together. Sorry if it was too long. That's actually such a good theory. Lindy says, my theory for investigating some games. So I think the old man isn't Uncle Bob due to one thing, the 1972 code. That's the code we have at the lobby. There was an actual show that happened in real life called Rainbow that came out in 1972 before ending in 1992 and getting rebooted in 1994 to 1997. I think that this has some parallels to Rainbow Friends. The Rainbow Funtime Friends show came out in 1972 before ending in 1992 due to an accident while filming. And then in 1994, someone, possibly the scientist, rebooted it to keep it alive, meaning Rainbow Friends would take place in the 90s. Spider is 100% in 2020 due to the same newspaper articles. Ooh, however, I think I know why the old man, if he's Trenton, is breaking into Oddworld due to Oswald framing him and putting him in prison. Sounds crazy until you go to Redwood Prison, aka Roy's prison game, that it is a bit broken due to the lack of update. You go to the prison cells and at the very end of the room you see Trenton. And Lindy even put this together that in the older videos he had been working on the dialogue and most likely the one behind making the music in the show due to his love for guitar music. I think Trenton went back to Oddworld to find the man who got him in prison, but he didn't realize that the Rainbow Friends were turned into monsters with predator instincts. Also, BigB, Spider does have a prequel. It's called The Little Ones by Charcoal. Ooh, the reason I know it's a prequel is due to the VHS tapes that they have in Spider and the dates year 2019 or 2014, and also because of one thing, but I'll let you figure out what that is. All right, we have a lot of more research to do, so be on the lookout for it. But if you have any of your predictions on what you think chapter 3 will be about in Trenton and this whole situation, let me know down below in the comments. But in the meantime, why don't you check out this video here? I think you're gonna really enjoy it. But don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one.